When I came to Bangkok, the first thing that I realized, or my first impression, was how friendly everyone was, especially the people at Samprasang that came to welcome us. They were so welcoming and so inviting, and it just made us more excited to be here.
Welcome. Yeah, Sawadee Krap. Welcome to Thailand.
Thank you. So happy. My image I had of Bangkok in my head before I came was kind of more villagey and not as advanced. But Bangkok is imagine Houston and then times 1,000, 1,000 more buildings, 1,000 more people.
When you walk down the street in Bangkok, you see a lot of different people. It's a really crowded place, and so you'll encounter a lot of individuals that are from different levels of society. You'll see the rich, wealthy people, and you'll see huge malls and a bunch of expensive things that are popping up everywhere. But you'll also see the lepers, you'll see the poor, the people begging on the streets, the ones that don't have a home and so are bathing just in the middle of the street.
And the first thing that show humbleness is this. Why? The way when you go anywhere, you will next Sunday you will move up to your upcountry urban area. It will be impressed if you do this. Why? Why? It means hello.
The second week that we were here, we had an opportunity to go on a service learning trip with the Suwon Dusit girls that are nursing students here in Bangkok. And we went to one of the students' hometowns. It was a little village in Loy. And we just provided basic medical care, set up a clinic for the people, and got to know them. One of the coolest parts of that experience was that we were kind of just thrown into the culture. We were partnered up with 3 or 4 Thai students, and we lived in host homes with the Thai families in the village, and it was just one English-speaking American. And so I really got to know the Thai people and got to endure the awkward situations and really see how they lived and how they did their day-to-day lives, which was really cool.
The service learning trip this year was getting to do the health clinic for the kids at the school. And getting to get them out of class and come spend some time with us, check on them, see how they're doing. And what we did was we did a physical examination of their teeth, their eyes, their skin, their hair, and did an eyesight check. And if they had any lice or any other problems, we did take care of that as best we could and kind of address any other issues they had going on.
It's serious, and we as Christians are called to know what we should know, and to practice that and to act that out. During this trip, I saw God in the way that the community was just like coming together, how they wanted to help each other, and how they have this desire for a community. And I think that's something that God puts in our hearts, is a desire for a community.
One weekend we got to go to English camp where a bunch of students came, and I was kind of nervous for it. I don't speak Thai and I've never taught English before. But once I got there, all my stress and worry just vanished. The students there were eager to learn, and it made it so much easier to talk to. On the last day, I would say was definitely my favorite. We got together and had a food for thought, which was just a little lesson over the gospel. And these students got to hear about Jesus for maybe the first time. And it was just a little seed that got planted that day. And I know it will continue to grow.
One morning, Gary took us for a prayer walk. It was one of my favorite parts of this whole trip. Was we met at the church and we just said a prayer over what we were about to do, and we headed out and we started walking down the soy, and then we went back kind of through some little alleys and came out on the train tracks and walked down the train track.
And we actually came right down these tracks. We prayed over things we saw, things we thought about, and walking down here, there was just a ton of brokenness. The homes are not what I was expecting, but really the people and the objects around the homes were what I saw the most brokenness in. There were beer bottles, there was trash. One of our trips through here, we met a few kids just playing on the concrete, and we brought little jellies to pass out to the little kids. And they were so excited. They'd run up and put their hands out just wanting more. And I really think it was for the attention. They just liked seeing us. But they came and asked, when could we come back? When are you coming back? And we set a date, and we were like, Sunday, we're going to be here. And we showed up with some games to play and more jellies, of course. But they just ate it up. We played Duck, Duck, Goose, Red Light, Green Light.
This cool little finger game where you try to catch your neighbor's finger, and then if you lose and you get caught, then you have to do a silly dance in the middle, and everyone gets to laugh at you. And it was really fun. Lots of smiles and laughter. And it was really a blessing to just kind of hang out with these kids for even just like an hour, and simply just go down the street and hang out with some kids and be Jesus to them. And how it was cool to see that you can do that and lead a missional life wherever you are, even if it's just right down the street. So I was really blessed by the opportunity to get to work with the refugees here. I had heard some about refugee ministries, but I didn't really know exactly what it entailed. And so coming to Thailand and being in Bangkok, I really got to further know these families. And one of the cool things that I think I can take away from this is that once you get to know the families, it becomes personal to you, and you start to fight for justice even more. You start to be called to it more.
So in America, a lot of times I feel like we get stuck on, like, it's Sunday, you wake up, you go to church, and then you go home, and you don't really get to spend a lot of time with like your church members, like the family you're a part of. But here it's like, you wake up, you look forward to like seeing all your friends and seeing your family, and just like knowing that you're a part of something greater than just yourself. And another great thing about the church here is that it's not just focused on like those within the church, like those that are coming and those that we already know. It's such an outreach, like they pour out their hearts to all of Bangkok and those like around us. And it's like they'd rather take care of everyone else before they thought about themselves. So like any ministries we have done here, or or any like outreach we've done has all been about other people. And like they go to each other's homes and have dinner. They don't care if it's like 2 hours away and you have to take a bus and a taxi and a train. They're gonna go just to spend time with that family. Or like if someone needs help, like someone doesn't even go to the church, it's a random person, they would spend all their time that day trying to find the best way to help them.
During our time here in Bangkok, I began to realize that these 3 other teammates weren't just teammates, they were like sisters to me.
The 4 girls that were here really bonded. We're sisters, I would say.
And the missionaries that we worked with, Gary and Michelle, they were actually like our parents. And so we kind of formed this little family here, and it was really cool to be one big family and live out this time together.
So what I want to take away from this trip is that there's so many people unreached in this world. There's so much that we can do, and even though we don't think we can do very much, like, oh, we can't change their life completely, or oh, we can't feed them every day, like the smallest things we can make a huge impact in people's lives. And I want to realize myself and always remember that even the smallest thing I do, it matters. It's like smiling at someone or talking to them to change their day, and all you have to do is like, God doesn't expect us to go out and save every single person and like baptize them that day, or make them missionaries that day, or just change lives completely. He expects us to go out and just share His love for others, like share His word to others. And all it is a tiny seed you just plant in their brain, and it makes them interested and it makes them want to learn more. And we do our part, and God takes care of the rest.
What then shall we say in response to these things?
If God is for us, who can be against us?
He did not even spare His own Son, but offered Him up for us all. How will He not also with Him grant us everything?
Who will bring any charge against those whom God has chosen?
It is God who justifies. Who then is one who condemns? No one. Christ Jesus who died, more than that, who was raised to life.
He also is at the right hand of God and intercedes for us.
Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall trouble or hardship or persecution or famine or nakedness or danger or sword? As it is written, for your sake we face death all day long.
We are considered as sheep to be slaughtered.
No, in all these things,
In all these things,
We
we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us.